it when the present gets too loud, when the everything and now feels like too much to navigate. And I close my eyes and find myself back in that crowd, at the edges of the evening when the night was getting late. The light was doing something I have never quite recovered, that particular and amber and impossible to name. And you were there, and something in the world was being discovered that would never after that remain exactly the same. And I did not know then what I know so completely now, that what was starting in that room would be the whole of everything, that the ordinary of that night would somehow show me how the most extraordinary loves begin with the most ordinary beginning. Back to that night, the one I keep inside me, the one that has the quality of something always new. Back to that night, whenever the present tries to blind me to the most essential thing, the beginning that was you. Not back like a retreat or like a living in the past, but back like touching the foundation of the everything we built. Back to that night, 'cause some things are made to last, and that one was the seed of all the love and all the guilt. I remember how you looked before you knew that I was watching, the unguarded and the natural and the perfectly yourself. And something in that moment said a kind of quiet notching in the wood of who I was and who I'd always felt. And the conversation when it came was unremarkable in theory, just the words that two strangers find to bridge a room. But underneath the ordinary, something made it clearly more than ordinary, something like a bloom. And I did not know then what I know so completely now, that what was starting in that room would be the whole of everything, that the ordinary of that night would somehow show me how the most extraordinary loves begin with the most ordinary beginning. Back to that night, the one I keep inside me, the one that has the quality of something always new. Back to that night, whenever the present tries to blind me to the most essential thing, the beginning that was you. Not back like a retreat or like a living in the past, but back like touching the foundation of the everything we built. Back to that night, because some things are made to last, and that one was the seed of all the love and all the guilt. And the most nostalgic and the most extraordinary thing about returning to that night inside the memory is how it feels both distant and like everything. It still is vivid and as present as it used to be, because back to that night is not a sadness for what's gone. It is the most complete and tender gratitude for what began, the acknowledgement that everything we've built upon started in a moment that was more than either of us planned. Back to that night, the one I keep inside me, the one that has the quality of something always new. Back to that night, whenever the present tries to blind me to the most essential thing, the beginning that was you. Not back like a retreat or like a living in the past, but back like touching the foundation of the everything we built. Back to that night, because some things are made to last, and that one was the seed of all the love and all the guilt. Back to that night, the one where everything began. Back to that night, and grateful for the moment and the plan. my life around a set of carefully considered rules, around the things I would and wouldn't do for anyone. I had learned the lessons, and I had collected all the tools to keep myself intact and whole and standing in the sun. Never compromise the things that you have worked to build. Never let another person be the reason that you fall. But you walked in, and every careful rule I had fulfilled became the thing I'd break before I'd lose you after all. And I'm not afraid of what the breaking costs me now. Not afraid of what I leave behind when walls come down. 'Cause everything I've ever built was practice for this vow, to break it all apart for love, and I'd make a sound. I'd break every rule I've ever lived by just for you. Every wall and every barrier and every careful line. I'd break through every certainty I thought I always knew. Every structure I constructed to keep you out of mine. Not because I'm reckless or because I've lost my mind, but because the thing worth breaking for is standing right in front. I'd break for you, love, the most deliberate kind. The breaking that becomes the only building that I want. I have watched enough of love to know what breaking cost a person. I've seen the ones who broke for less and didn't make it through. And I have kept my own walls strong to stop the worsening of a heart that breaks for nothing and for no one that is true. But every wall I built was also keeping out the worthy. Every rule I followed was also keeping out the right. And you are worth the breaking, and the everything that's dirty about dismantling the armor in the middle of the night. And I am not afraid of what the breaking cost me now. Not afraid of what I leave behind when walls come down. 'Cause everything I've ever built was practice for this vow, to break it all apart for love, and I'd make a sound. I'd break every rule I've ever lived by just for you. Every wall and every barrier and every careful line. I'd break through every certainty I thought I always knew. Every structure I constructed to keep you out of mine. Not because I'm reckless or because I've lost my mind, but because the thing worth breaking for is standing right in front. I'd break for you, love, the most deliberate kind. The breaking that becomes the only building that I want. And the remarkable thing about the breaking for the right one is that what you thought was falling is arriving at the ground. That the walls you spent your lifetime building for the night sun were only ever scaffolding until the real thing could be found. 'Cause I'd break for you, love, not to end up in the ruins, but to clear the space that's needed for the truest thing to grow. And everything I break apart becomes the very ruins from which something more honest and more permanent will show. I'd break every rule I've ever lived by just for you. constructed to keep you out of mind. Not because I'm reckless or because I've lost my mind, but because the thing worth breaking for is standing right in front. I'd break for you, love, the most deliberate kind, the breaking that becomes the only building that I want. I'd break for you, love, and rebuild from the ground. I'd break for you, love, you're the best reason for falling I found.